it's getting cold. I got you and you got me. Don't be scared if we complete. Love and war the same damn thing. Yeah. Oh love, it's like I'm fading away. I want more, I want more. Oh love, I really want you to stay. We'll push it to the edge for real. We'll push it to the end now. We'll push it to the end now. I want your body, all in. 'Cause I love the way you make me feel. We'll push it to the end now. We'll push it to the end now. I want your body, all in. 'Cause I love the way you make me feel. I want your body, all in.
Grown Folks Production. In the mix. With the commish, Nate.
And we are back. Welcome to Press Pass Live. It is that time of the year, OMFL Media Days. And boy, are we excited about the show that we have planned. I am flying solo. My other two Press Pass Live brethren were unable to join me today. To make sure that we got everybody ready to go here, and we're going to be good in just a second. I can't wait to do this, man. It's going to be a ton of fun. I love doing these interviews. We're going to be interviewing every coach here in the OMFL about Madden 25. It's my favorite thing to kind of see some faces. It's not just a Discord name. It's like a real human on the other side, somewhere on this planet, that decides to play here. And these three guys have brought the most energy I've ever seen in my entire life before a Press Pass Live. I'm being completely joking just there. What's the matter here? Why can't, here we go. Now we got it. All right, let me bring in my first buddy, Mr. Lostsniper. Today is going to be great. Mr. Lostsniper of the New England Patriots, which still feels weird to say sometimes. We got to get you to Vegas somehow, some way. Mr. Loss, how you doing, bud?
Great. I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing pretty good, man. It has been a heck of a Monday. I'm ready to talk some Madden 25. Did you peep the ratings at all? Did we start to look at our Patriots?
I have not looked yet. I'm anxious to. Are they out? I haven't even noticed yet.
Just a couple. So I think they're doing like safeties and wide receivers. So you get to see some of the skill positions. I didn't look at the Patriots, but I did go check out my Saints. Well, Lost, I thank you so much for being here. One of my favorite human beings in the entire league. This guy is absolutely amazing. A leader amongst leaders, and just we are a better place because he is here with us. Let's talk about your team. What'd you learn about yourself or your team and your team in Madden 24 that you think will be coming with you as you go to Madden 25?
I feel like what I'm going to say here is like what a lot of the coaches are say, like that are, mid-level down coaches is I don't run the ball enough. And I force passes. I don't have that field of vision that some of the best passers in the league have here. I need to pick my shots better. Even with a good quarterback and speedy receivers, I'm just a B-level passer at best. And so I just need to be more strategic for the game. and not focus on the down and the distance for what I'm in the moment.
You didn't get to look at imports. And I feel like didn't get to look at ratings. I feel like ratings are so important for the next question as we try to pick our imports. But you, I thought, built a really good team from a foundation of imports. Like you brought over really great imports that allowed you to build a really good team. What's the focus areas? You start to pick out who that import's going to be.
It's going to come down to a decision for me because I have Rusty Starr, who's on his last year. He'll be on his last year of his rookie deal. He's the 96 X Factor QB. But I know that, I get worried with these contracts, and I'm worried that, the next contract is going to be huge. So do I write it out with Drake May, play with him for a little bit, see how that goes? And I do have an alternative. I've got a 90 overall CB. That's an X Factor too. So I might hold on to him, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet.
Man, Rusty Starr, I feel like he's got to come. Like he's got the greatest name we've ever seen, and B, like you got to build off of that. But you did get a couple of real life players, so we'll see how those work out. We talked about running a little bit. That's like an area that you have to improve. But what's maybe another area where you're like, for me to be successful in Madden 25, I got to be better at this?
I watched a lot of gameplay from guys that win a lot this year, and one thing I noticed is that they don't use their middle linebackers that often, and I tend to default to that. So you can take away like a good sixth to a quarter of the field if you're good at using a safety. So that I've been working on that. I've been playing with that in college football, and I think it's going to be my jam this year.
It's funny to hear you say that. Because I'm a safety user, but then I go play the D Waynes or the D Money. Well, D Money plays safety a lot, but I go play the D Waynes or Maniac a lot of times, and they play user middle linebacker. I'm like, I gotta go play middle linebacker. I gotta get better at this. Speaking of Madden 25, who's the biggest rival that you can't wait to hit the field with?
Well, in my division, it's probably Massimo. Kobe's the 800-pound gorilla, and Big Hurt just joined mid-season last year. So we haven't really built a rivalry yet. But I feel like if I can get an edge on Massimo, I got a shot for the division. Kobe is this close with him. He's tough. Sorry about
Madden, no, it's all good. Madden 25, it's got a little gameplay out. A lot of you did not get your hands on the beta at all, but whether you got to play the beta or got to watch videos or got to hear or watch any of our Press Pass lives, what's sort of the one area in Madden 25 you can't wait to play with?
The beta felt good to me. The running felt a little more natural. So the boomstick stuff, the physics, the quasi physics stuff I'm looking forward to. But overall, I want the franchise improvements to be there. Even just a little something they could give us to make it more immersive and a better experience would be great. And I know there's a few things coming, but we'll see.
Bonus question. What is in like NCAA when it comes to Dynasty and stuff that you're like, man, if we had something similar to this, connected to this, it would be better?
Ooh. The recruiting stuff I'm just kind of dipping into, but I do like some of the angles and concepts they went well with that. I think they can enhance free agency and even the draft a little bit more. So I'd like to see some of that built in, and it feels like they're going that way.
I've never heard anybody say that, but I think you're so right. If you could figure out a way to take the like intricate maybe details that engage you for recruiting, but connect that in some way to free agency, whether it's like checking out social media or making a pitch or whatever. Like, I think that could be a really cool way to make free agency different and better, because it's just sort of terrible right now. It's like, click on the 8 players I want, max contract, submit, and just sit there and wait for the advance.
Pretty boring.
Lost, you are the absolute best, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for not only being a part of our community. What do we have? What is it? What kind of puppy we got?
Come here. It's a
now he
golden doodle puppy, and he's being shot right now. Here, I'll move my camera, see if you can see him.
Yeah. How old?
There he is. Hi.
Yeah, buddy. What's his name?
Archie. He's
Archie.
8 months old.
Mr. Archie. Well, Lost, you and Archie are the best, man. Thank you for making time for us. I deeply appreciate you, buddy.
All right, man. Good to see you.
There you have it, Mr. Lostsniper of the New England Patriots. He's one of the best, man. He is one of our key core guys here, and I cannot imagine having this community without Lostsniper, because he's simply the best. I thought I had this set to where it wouldn't pop up. And guess what? It popped up anyway. So we're going to go with it. Oh, no, there. Now it goes away just because I wanted to say that. Up next is the face. Take your pictures right now. Take the snapshots. Reach around. Print this out. Draw a circle around his face. Throw darts at it. Every Madden 25 game that he wins a championship. Like, this is probably the most hated human being in our entire league because he's so dominant everywhere. The one, the only owner of the San Francisco 49ers, Mr. D-Money.
What's going on, Nate?
D-Money, say your because from what I understand, right, your Discord name is your last name, right?
Yeah, it's my last name's Dritsch, and nickname growing up and still to this day is Dritsch.
Dritsch, there we go. That's from here on forth. It will be Dritsch, okay? Mr. Dritsch is on baby duty. Baby is doing well.
Yeah, he just spit up, so I'm cleaning that right now.
That's a ton of fun. Babies seem to do that.
Yeah.
I asked D-Money earlier. I asked Dritsch earlier. I was like, how's baby? And he says, oh, are you talking to me? Yeah, man, I'm talking to you. How many of us 40-year-olds have babies?
Else had joined. I thought other people had babies too.
D-Money, thank you for making time for us even while on baby duty, man. Let's dive right into it. Did you get to play the Madden 25 beta at all?
Yeah, a couple games.
Nice.
Didn't get to play a human, so just all Madden CPU.
Nice. Well, that helps me when we get to those questions. Let's talk about your team. It feels so weird to ask this one human these questions since he's won 3 out of the 5 OMFL bowls that we had in Madden 24. But what'd you learn about you or those San Francisco 49ers that you think are going to go with you as we look into Madden 25?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I've been the Niners now, I think, 3 years. So I haven't learned. I mean, I didn't learn a ton about them in 24, but something I do want to carry over was how well I drafted. It had been a few releases since I had like that kind of success with draft picks, especially rounds like 2 through 5.
Yeah.
Getting really good guys that were so cheap. And I think almost my entire O-line was built with guys around, 3rd, 4th, 5th round who were solid. And I think in prior releases, I didn't take the time to really scout because it's so repetitive. And I just, I put in a little time, but I guess with the baby, we were just hanging out and I put more time into it. So it makes roster building so much easier. You get to stay out of free agency. You're not spending money there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just plug in some cheap holes kind of thing. But yeah, when you're able to draft like that, it makes everything a lot easier.
You're not plugging in my cheap holes. We haven't drank enough for all that. Madden 25, you built such a dominant team. You talk about the offensive line. For an instance, like I think most of your guys made the Pro Bowl in the NFC this year. What's the focus area? I know ratings are just starting to drop today, but what do you think the focus area is going to be when you start thinking about an import?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I like to build my cornerback room right away.
You think?
Yeah. I've got. Well, I had my 3 imports ready to go. I did check ratings today a little bit. Lambert, the wide receiver, and then I got 2 stud corners. But what kind of threw a wrench into it was the last draft, last pick in the first round. I just kind of winged it, and there was a quarterback, the fastest guy in the draft. I said, let's see what he looks like, and he's a stud. Hidden dev, close to 90 throw power, 90 speed, really fast, good accuracy. He's just got to work on, I think it was like awareness and throw under pressure. I jumped into practice with him just to kind of see what his throwing motion was, and it's like lightning fast. So now I don't know. I want to bring him because I'm thinking a cheap quarterback for, fifth-year option. That's 5 seasons. That's a whole release of, paying a guy $3-4 million. So I don't know who I'm going to get rid of, but cornerback room, I'll build that up. And then I got to decide between the 80 overall corner or maybe even leaving Lambert for the quarterback.
Yeah, having a cheap quarterback just opens up so many doors, and that is not what the OMFL needs is D-Money to have a cheap quarterback. This is also another weird question to ask you, 3 out of 5 Super Bowls, but What's the one area you think in Madden 25 you're going to need to continue to work on to just continue to dominate all of us?
Yeah, this Madden I wanted to kind of sling it around a little bit more. I think I did okay with Lance in that way. I'd like to take some more deep shots, especially if I bring Lambert. But yeah, that was a tough one. I think defensively, especially this last season, it felt like guys were just moving the ball on me at will almost. I don't know if that was, I think maybe everyone kind of felt that way a little bit with all pro and no abilities. Just makes it a little bit tougher on defense. But usually I'm up there top 5-ish or whatever, and it felt like guys just kind of had their way with me. So for 25, I want to kind of get back to the whole, defensive dominance if I can.
Well, I'm not trying to have my way with you, but there is a good question here about rivals. Do you have a rival? And if so, who's your favorite rival that you can't wait to hit the field with?
Yeah, that was a tough one. I didn't have one, but I'd probably say Dwayne and Meek, or Meek Boy. It usually came down to those two guys and myself towards the end of the playoffs in the NFC, and they were always good games. We all beat each other, so I'd say those two guys.
With Meek, I have to ask, this is a bonus question, but do you listen to the streams? Do you listen when he's beating you during the regular season?
I don't listen in game. I think if I've gone back and watched a little bit, I might have heard him. So
no extra motivation.
No, I don't watch the whole stream.
No extra motivation when we get to the playoffs to really shut up, little brother.
No. I mean, no, not really.
There you go. Well, last one. We're going to talk about Madden 25. It's good to hear that you got to play a couple of games. I, too, think I only got one human game, and the game plays so different when you go from playing the CPU to playing a human. But any kind of thoughts about your favorite portion of Madden 25, at least what they had in the beta that you can't wait to play with?
Yeah, I think Lost mentioned it. Kind of the physics felt a little bit more fluid. It didn't feel like you were, forced into animations as much as 24. So I really like that. I mean, it could just be that it was all Madden, but the AI or logic or whatever seemed to just play smarter, especially defensively. If I was just flinging the ball around, I was throwing picks. And so, yeah, I'd say the less of the branching animations, is more fluid gameplay, and then better kind of AI logic all the way around.
All right, Mr. Maniac had a question. He's not here, but he did tell me he was going to ask this question if he could have been here. Why do you play here? There's no way that this is fun for you.
It's fun. I lose. I've been around some of these guys a long time. I tried to, because I heard you mention on one of the Press Pass Lives, it's been at least 10 years.
Yeah,
I remember
it's crazy.
starting back in college when I was 22, 23, and I'm 39 now. So
yeah, it's crazy.
It's been a long time.
Have you, this is a real question that I've asked you in typing before, but have you never wondered, oh man, maybe I should try it for one of these tournaments and go win some money?
No. You've seen how they play. It's a completely different style. I think
I don't know, bro. You're so crazy good though. It's nuts. I think there's a couple of y'all that could do it.
Yeah, it's just so different. The constant manual motions and the flip and the I don't know. I don't think I can keep up with those 18-year-olds.
Oh man, well, congratulations on baby and fairly still a newlywed. I would still consider you a newlywed, and a couple of championships here, man. Thank you so much for making some time for us and joining us here for the OMFL Media Days. You're the best, man. Can't wait to see what you can do in Madden 25. Either way, I'll probably be sending you a couple more trophies. So we got to get some kind of bulk deal just wrapped up. I just send them to you in bulk.
Yeah, we'll see. I appreciate it, Nate.
All right, buddy. You take care. All right, there we have it, Mr. D Money of your San Francisco 49ers. And man, that guy is dominant in every way that somebody can be dominant. Now, one of the guys that I actually get to hang out with a whole bunch, I say hang out with, it's not like we're hanging, but I get to talk to this guy just about every day. If he ain't fishing or doing something crazy like being on a rooftop. Here is the fish tank, though, that we hear all the time. We're like, God, Kevin, are you pissing again? No, he's like, it's the fish tank. And now we have video proof that, and this guy refuses to smile. Kevin, they don't let you smile in Florida?
Nope.
this guy here, Mr.
No,
Kevin.
Fish tank here. That's in the other room.
Oh, there you go. This is Mr. Kevin of your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mr. Kev, you doing all right today?
Doing pretty good.
Good to see Mr. Kevo. Kevo is a fisherman, probably in one of those tanks back there. I'm starting to think that's when he doesn't play with us, he's like, I go to bed early to wake up, or it's probably because he's fishing in one of these tanks back here. But Mr. Kevin, I can't wait to talk about your team. You're dominant, all OMFL Hall of Famer. Bonus question before we even get going. Like, what was it like to give up and be like, okay, I can't take Ryder with me. We got to put this guy in the Hall of Fame.
It was tough. I mean, he was still young enough that I could have brought him, but I didn't want to pay for, $50 million a season again for a quarterback. So first season is going to be tough unless Baker Mayfield's okay, but he's going to be on the cut block. I ain't paying no 75 overall quarterback. I think he got like $110 million contract for 3 seasons. So he'll have 1 season, and he gone. I'll draft somebody, and then we'll go from there. It's going to suck not having him because he was fun to play with.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be in the same boat with you. Depending on what they do to one of their rookies, I'm going to be probably drafting one. Let's talk about your team. Madden 24, we had some ups, we had some downs. What did you learn about yourself and your team in Madden 24 that you think will come with you in a Madden 25?
The hardest part I struggled with, I figured out offense, but I could not figure out defense. As far as stopping guys' passing game, like it was so frustrating having top corners, but they would not cover anything. That's like the biggest thing I got to figure out is how to stop people's passing attack, because I couldn't figure it out. Didn't matter what I called. I had 2 corners or actually 3 or 4 corners. I tried to take the D money route of drafting a bunch of good corners, but it didn't help. I don't know what the secret is. These guys being able to stop passes, get these instant picks. DBs playing stupid. I don't know the secret. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to get pressure. I had the best left in the league. If you don't have a defense, you can pass all day. If the other team's keeping up with you, eventually you're going to make a mistake. If you can't have the defense, you're not going to win.
Yeah, the defensive line, I think, is the like you're touching on something there, because if guys got all day just to sit in the pocket, it's like you're not going to beat him. It doesn't matter. He's just going to pick you apart unless he makes a ton of mistakes. But even if he makes a ton of mistakes, if he's got all day, he's probably going to come roaring back. Just go and watch Mr. Priest, who I feel like I let him into every game. Madden 25, as you start to think about imports, what's a focus area? What's a place that you think, man, I really need to bring some players from my team into Madden 25?
Well, I couldn't get a quarterback in any of the drafts, so definitely going to be quarterback. It'll probably be corner. I mean, I've got a good linebacker I could take too. I don't know what the linebacker situation looks like in Tampa, but I've got a lot of good young corners, so it'll probably be a cornerback. Because it never hurts to have corners. It's hard to get good corners.
You never have too many of those guys, even if you use them as I think D-Money does a lot of times. It's like little draft icons. I'm going to trade this corner and get 5 picks, and I'm going to draft more really great corners, and it's just going to be awesome. What's the one area, Kevin, that you feel like moving into Madden 25, you got to do better for your team to improve?
Play better defense. I mean, I can figure out the offense. I got to cut. I mean, last cycle actually I didn't have too many turnovers. With having Ryder, dude through dimes. I didn't have I was under 15 interceptions a season, sometimes less. I would just say figuring out the defense, how to get pressure, and how to, get my secondary to cover right, because it was just frustrating last cycle.
Yeah, it was an absolute tough one, especially when it comes to pressure. I'm interested to see how Madden 25 plays with pressure. I think purposely they were not going to allow a lot of pressure last cycle, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays. NFC South, man. I think all of us, maybe, I don't know. I think Maniac left. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, we got Big Hurt. Maniac left.
That's right. So we got Big Hurt. Me, you, we've been there for quite some time. Who's the rival, though? Whether it's from the South or not, whether it's another NFC team, who's the rival that you enjoy playing and you can't wait to play with in Madden 25?
I don't know. I mean, all 3 of us had good battles. Me, you, Maniac, and Bird. Me and you always split. me and Bird usually always split. Nobody ever really dominated each other. It was always kind of split. You could be having a slump season and we would still split. Same thing with Bird.
You got to pick one. Give me one. Who's your favorite game to play?
You're going to make me really pick one?
I got to have one.
It's tough, because me and you always have good games. Like, our games are always close.
Yeah.
And always have really close games with Bird, I guess if I had to pick one, I would say me and you. Our games are always super close.
Yeah, and until I have you in 2nd and 25 and you run them stupid 4 verts and I can't stop them. I don't know why I can't stop them, but let's wrap it up. I know you didn't get to play, right? You didn't get to play Madden 25, the beta. Yeah. But we did some shows. I know you definitely heard some stuff. What are you more interested to sort of get your hands on as we move into Madden 25?
I mean, if it's anything like NCAA, it's nice to see pressures back. There might be a little too much pressure, because in that game you do not have time.
No,
and I almost feel like the safeties play too good. They shut down the middle of the field. Like
everyone's at read.
It's got to be drags. It's got to be quick slants. You can't let routes develop, which is kind of frustrating, but it's kind of good at the same point. It's going to have to be give and take if it plays like that. But I expect Madden to play different. It always does. So, I guess we'll see.
I think you're going to enjoy the running in Madden 25. It does feel much, much better. And the whole physics-based trigger of animations does feel really, really good. Kev, thanks for making time for us, man. I appreciate you being here. Madden 25 in the NFC South is going to be interesting. Big Hurt's back. He used to be the Bucs for a long time, so there's a rivalry there. Bird is Bird. And then when you get on those hot streaks, hopefully you don't get a quarterback. I need you to not get a quarterback for the entire cycle. That'll help me out a ton. Kev, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here, bud.
Thank you. Have a good one, man.
There you have it, Mr. Kevo of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kevin's the best, man. I love Kevin. We get to play shooters with him. One of the many reasons we're telling all of you, get yourself outside of the circle that you're in. Go play some other games. Go jump in voice chat. You'll meet some of these really amazing human beings. It's good to see Mr. Kevin and have him talk. And there you have it. The first OMFL Media Days of Madden 25 is in the books. We had D-Money, we had Lostsniper, and we had our buddy Kevin. Mr. Maniac couldn't join us today. That's all right. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's look at the schedule really, really fast. Hopefully I don't make anything melt here. Tomorrow, let's see. Sorry, there's all kinds of things that just popped up on my calendar. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be here with Nice Songer. We might be here with Mr. Maniac. I don't know for sure, but Mr. Maniac had to move his days, so he might be here for that one. That's going to be 9:30 a.m. Central Time. At 4 Central Time, we're going to have Flurry. Maniac cannot make that. He was supposed to be on that one, but Mr. Flurry's going to be here. And then finally, 8 p.m. Central, or 8 p.m. Central tomorrow night. We got Bill. We got Rob, who I can't remember who Rob is. I think that's, I don't know. We got Rob, we got Bill, we got Birdman. That's going to be a ton of fun. So make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. Come hang out with me, man. Come hang out and chat. Chat's been dead today, except for Mr. Maniac posting in there about D-Money. It's been a lot of fun. I want to see the fart couch. Yeah, I don't think he was in the same room. He was saying, but. Big Hurt, that's it. I can't remember. I can't remember these real life names. I need OMFL Discord names. But anyway, it's going to be a ton of fun. I appreciate the guys making time, and for all of you that are still to come, thank you for making time. A couple DMs out there, sliding into some DMs, trying to get some others to come and join us. Hopefully, they will make some time. It will be a ton of fun. Boy, it's been a lot of fun. I love OMFL Media Days. Guys, I love you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. Know that you matter to me. You are loved. We'll see you on the next one, okay? Peace.
Smash that like and subscribe.